what would you tell someone who is trying to have a baby? Don't. The only thing that has been consistent in my entire life since I met the person is my husband. I've always been that person to go after a relationship. Traumatic experience. Hi guys, so this is the last get ready with me for 2023. I'm filming it grand style. I'm filming it on my camera. Today's the 31st. It's a Sunday. We're going to church in the next 3 hours. So I just wanted to film it and just do it like a chit chat and just talk about 2023. I turned 30 in 2024. So 2024 is like a huge deal for me. But yeah, so I just wanted to do that. And I'm not going to ramble at all because I do not have time. I need to get the ball rolling ASAP. I'm using this lip scrub. It is by Bath and Body Works and it's their vanilla sugar one. It gets the job done. I hate crusty lips and it is winter time, so I do this almost every other day just to get the lips smooth. I'm going to do my hair first and then get into the makeup. Let's talk about 2023. It has been a year. Wow. 2023 started off perfect. Like, it started off perfect. Like, nothing could go wrong. You know, relationships were good. It felt like, you know, this was going to be my year. I started off the year with a lot of big ambitions. Just that kind of vibe. And as the year went by, it was just like, you thought from relationships going sour to misunderstandings with money issues. Like, everything was just going haywire. And I was just like, what is going on this year? But like the Bible says, in everything give thanks. I am very, 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 very thankful for 2023 because the lessons were lessening, if that makes sense. I learned a lot in 2023. Another year that felt like 2023 for me was 2019. The year that I got married, like the year after I got married, my first year of marriage. This is how that felt in 2019. That was one of my biggest years too, and that was the year that I went to therapy full time. Yeah, this year felt like that. Now this year, I did not have one therapy session this year at all. Would you believe that? Not one therapy session did I have this year. But still, I was just unpacking stuff by myself, just in prayer, in, you know, just sitting down, meditating, journaling, and I was just unpacking stuff. And that's why therapy is good, to be honest, because if you go to therapy one time, you're able to use that for the rest of your life. Like, there are some times you would obviously need a session for certain things because some things are just very heavy. But if you've been to therapy before, you'll be able to unpack things without having a session, like an actual session. And therapy is expensive, to be honest. I used to have insurance that covered it, but now when I moved to Maryland, the insurance I had... Oh, no. That was not what the problem was. The problem was my therapist was in Virginia and she cannot see a patient in Maryland because the insurance would not pay her. I would have to pay out of pocket. And then the insurance told me that I have to look for a therapist in Maryland. And I was like, I want her. So that was where the issue was, and I just got discouraged and I just never looked for a therapist, which this year I will probably do that. I will probably find a therapist, but I may not do full time. I might do like as needed because my problems are not that great. They're not that big. But with that being said, 2023 was a year. I am grateful for everything, to be honest, because like everything is a lesson. Life, everything is a lesson. I won't say like anything was a loss this year. I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose anyone, to be honest. Like, and that's another thing I was going to talk about in terms of like losing a loved one, but I'll get to that in a minute. 2023, I cannot believe my eyes. So I'm not someone who has people who they discuss like intimate things with. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't have like, apart from my sister and my husband and like some family friends, I don't have, or even family friends, I don't really talk about things that are intimate, like hardcore with. So because of that, I tend to react based on how I'm feeling because I haven't processed certain things. I don't know if that makes sense. But as I go on, I think it would make sense. Like what I'm trying to say would make sense as I try to explain. This hair is Indian raw hair. I got it from a vendor in India. I don't know why. I just randomly thought I'll tell you guys that. Because I feel like someone is going to ask me. So before anyone asks, it is raw Indian hair straight from India. I have this Indian guy that supplies me. I feel like mommy water. Anytime I wear this hair, it's giving me mommy water vibes. But let me get right into what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, let's start from the top. So from the top, 2023 started off very well, okay, in terms of relationship, work, marriage. Because the year before, which was 2022, I went to England and spent a whole month with my sister. So I came back on a high. From that, work was great, all that was good. I had no complaints at all from that. So 2023 started off on like a very high note for me. I was like in awe of like things that was happening. Everyone was understanding, things like that. But as the year went on, it just felt like, to be honest, when I started 2023 because every year I always have this I journal about the year that just ended and the year to come, right? I ended 2022 on a high note. So when I wanted to start 2023, I started 2023 on that momentum. But also, I told myself, one of the things that I wrote was, I want to have genuine connections with people. I wanted to have sisterhood, things of that nature, which I already had, right? But I wanted a more genuine one. I don't know what other word to use. Like the word that just comes to my mind is genuine. A more genuine one. Because I feel like all my life, when it comes to friends and stuff, I've always had to overcompensate or stretch myself far and beyond to prove that I'm a good friend, or I'm the one you should be friends with. Do you get what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So when I entered 2023, one of the things that I wrote in my journal for 2023 was, I wanted to have genuine friendships or sisterhood or mommy club, that kind of thing, which it started off looking like that. So when 2023 started, it started off like, oh damn, it looks like I'm building a sisterhood, with people around me, people are understanding. It started off like that. But as the year went on, it did not go that way. There was a lot of misunderstanding, communication error. Everything just went downhill, and it made me think. It made me reevaluate what I actually wanted. Like, did I really want sisterhood? Yes. But was I praying for the sisterhood that I wanted with the wrong set of people? Or did I actually really want sisterhood? Do you know what I mean? Like, was I praying for sisterhood with these people? I'm like, okay, God, I found these people, give me sisterhood with these people. Or was I praying for sisterhood in general? Like, God, find somebody for me that would love me and want a sisterhood with me just as much as I want a sisterhood with them. Do you see what I'm saying? So my prayer was, oh, I know these people. These are the people that I know right now. And, they seem great. They seem lovely. I want a sisterhood with them. God, give me a sisterhood with them. Which God did, but it just didn't turn out as I wanted it to. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, Is there a part of me that wanted that to work? Yes. Is there a part that I played in that not working? Yes. Is there more that I could have done to make the sisterhood work? Yes, of course. There's always more that anyone could do. But as 2023 unfolded, I figured out that in all my life, almost 30 years of my life, I've always been that person to go after a relationship. Apart from the relationship with my husband, right? But in terms of relationship with friends and acquaintances, sometimes I've always been the one to call, the one to send a gift, the one to check up, the one to say that, oh, I'm sorry, even when I wasn't sorry, even when I didn't do anything wrong. I've always been that person to overly give myself, even when it's not convenient for me, or even when my husband doesn't approve of it. I would still be the one to go out of my way. And this year, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be the one to call and ask what's wrong. I didn't want to be the one. We both know the energy is off. We both know what happened. Are you gonna balls up and ask and come up with a conversation? No. And I've always been someone to advocate for confrontation, clarity, clear the air and things like that. But this year I just didn't want to do that. Especially with people that I expect to know me better, know that there are certain things that are not unique to me. There are certain things that I wouldn't do to them, and it just came off like that. So that's how 2023 unfolded. It started off on a high, and just, like when a balloon is deflating, it just deflated over a period of time. So yeah, that's that. That was a lot, to be honest. My camera battery is dying, and this is one of the reasons why I don't film with this camera, because I need to get extra batteries. But I'm just going to run through. Yeah, so 2023 started off that way, or went that way, and I have learned to trust my instinct, to not waver on who I am and what I believe. 2023 really taught me that sometimes it's okay to let things fizzle out. It's okay to let the emotions, it's okay to let the emotion run its course. It's okay to not give a response immediately. It's okay to take a loss, even though it might not seem like a loss at the moment, but it's okay to take a loss for the bigger good of the relationship. Yeah, so for 2024, I want to be more intentional with my relationship, and whether existing, whether if I meet new people, I want to be intentional with my relationship, because I've never been intentional with my relationships. I just let them happen. But this year I want to be a lot more intentional with that. And I also want to be consistent. I have always struggled with consistency in my life. The only thing that has been consistent in my entire life since I met the person is my husband. He's the only and that's so, I don't know if that's sad to people, or that's, I know some people find that very that's so cute. But I don't think that is cute, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I don't think that's cute, because I'm like, how can your entire life you don't have anything that is consistent? No, apart from obviously my parents, my siblings and things like that, but outside of that, my husband has been very consistent. I want to be consistent. I want to have discipline when I'm doing things. For instance, discipline with YouTube. So if you're watching this right now on YouTube, it's a miracle, because there's so many videos I have filmed and they just never make it to YouTube. So if this made it to YouTube, I'm just as happy as you are. I am just as happy as you are. Yeah, so I want to be disciplined. Discipline with eating healthy, discipline with exercising, discipline with praying, discipline with studying the word, discipline with everything, with my relationships with people, discipline with even with work, like, because sometimes I be flaking at work too. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I just don't do it, which is not good, to be honest. I also want to, and the discipline helps you train your mind, because when you have discipline, right, when you're disciplined at something, it is mind over feelings or emotions, right? So even though you're not feeling it, that's why people that, even though they don't feel like going to the gym, they still end up going to the gym, because it's mind over like emotion. So I want to get to that stage where I'm not just emotional about everything. I am like mentally, I am like rock solid. And that's what I want to work on in 2024, to be honest. Like, I want to be rock solid mentally, like mentally rock solid. I don't want to be not here, not there. Like one of my aunties would say, you're like weather. I don't want to be like a weather. That's really what I want to work on in 2024. And like I said, I turned 30 this year, so I want to, just elevate myself in like as a whole. Just elevate my mental, my physical, my emotional, my financial, like just all that. Because 2023, I was with, like, my husband is a very good financial person, if that makes sense. Like, he's good with money. Me, my mindset is money comes and money goes. That's my mindset. If you have money, it's for spending. That's my mindset. And it is not a bad mindset, because you need balance in life. But you cannot be a money spender every day of your life. That doesn't work. You're going to not have money, right? So and one thing I've learned from just working at the bank, my husband, and just listening to people that do finance and stuff, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you can keep and use to make more money. So that's what I'm trying to also incorporate in my 2024, is not how much money I make, it's how much money I can keep and hold on to and use to multiply and make more money. And I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to learn that. If I keep talking, I'm never going to do this hair. I might end up not even doing my makeup today. I might end up just getting dressed. We'll see. So financially, that's my goal: to save, invest money, multiply what I have, and just make more money in general, and just document my journey. To be honest, I am a big advocate of documenting your journey. You don't have to always share it. I've always documented my journey from India, my journey to England, my journey to Canada, my journey to America, get married, all that. I've always documented that. I've not always shared it. I've shared some part of it, but I've not always shared the entire journey. My journey to motherhood, my journey to being pregnant, my journey to having a baby, and things like that. I've always shared some part of it, but not in full details. So yeah, but in 2024, I want to share a bit more of that, a bit more of my journey as I cross into the third floor, like Nigerian people will say. as I cross over into the third floor, I want to, you know, share that journey. My birthday is in May, so I don't know how far I'm gonna go by that time. I don't know how much transformation would have happened by May, but I still want to, you know, share whatever I can do for that. And I'm taking the entire 2024 as my transformation year. It's not because that my birthday is going to be in May and then I'm just going to transform till May and just stop. It's a whole process, right? So till December 31st of 2024, I want to, you know, still be transforming, still be becoming the person that I want to be, the person that I know that I can be. Overcome emotions, overcome the spirit of laziness, the spirit of procrastination, ADHD, anxiety. That's one thing I also don't talk about, is my struggle with anxiety and ADHD. And that's another thing. For 2023, I had a mission to break habits, and one of my greatest achievements in 2023 was I stopped eating my nails. Woo! Right? I did stop eating my nails. That might not seem like anything to anyone, but when I went on my birthday trip in May of 2023, I told myself that when I come back, that's one habit I want to break. And I did. Since I came back from that trip, I wouldn't say I haven't bite my nails. I have beat my nails a few times when I don't have, when my nails are not done. But I haven't had that anxiety, panic, and just sitting down and just feasting on my nails. So that's a huge accomplishment for me for 2023. So, woohoo! For not eating my nails. And also another thing that I wanted to work on in 2023 was to post more on TikTok, which I also did. I did post more on TikTok this year, not just Instagram. I post more on TikTok than I did for Instagram, to be honest. So yeah, if you're not following me on TikTok, you probably should, because I be doing vlogs and stuff on there. So I posted more on TikTok this year, so that's an accomplishment. Work wise, there was a lot of work accomplishments, but I can't really talk about it because of where I work. We're not allowed to talk about stuff online, to be honest. So there was a lot of work accomplishments, which I am so grateful about. Some of them will even spill over into 2024, so I'm so happy about that, especially at work. At work, God has been really good to me. I can't complain. In terms of my work, I can't complain. I literally can't complain, because every year since I've been at that job, it's been good news after good news after good news. So that's been 2023. Like I said, 2024, bigger things. I think I did a video about this on TikTok. My parents got their visa, so in 2024 you're going to see my mama and my papa in my house. Yeah, I intend to bring them over soon, and I hope one day I can talk about that story about my parents not getting their visa for almost 2 years, and I have my baby and all that without my mom. I hope I'm able to talk about it, because it's a very emotional subject for me. I'm not having my mom around when I had my baby, and there were other things involved in that, and I don't know if sharing that, I don't know. I will see if I want to, because there are other factors that play out in that story that I might not want to share, but we'll see. And then in 2023, my husband and I had our 5 years anniversary, which means that we've been married for 5 years. Can you believe it? Can you believe it that I've been married for 5 years? If this video ever makes it to YouTube, my 1 year being married video is on YouTube. So it would be nice. We do intend to film a 5 years update to that video. So fingers crossed we film that sometime this week. But yeah, my husband and I are 5 years married this in 2023, which was exciting. I wouldn't want to be married to anyone else, to be honest. To be absolutely honest, I don't think I want to do life with anyone else. Yeah, I don't know if I think most people who watch me, because I don't have that many followers yet, most people who watch me know me personally and also know my story in terms of my relationship. So yeah, I've been with my husband since I was 14. I can't believe it, I'm about to be 30. Yeah, I've been with my husband since I was 14. I met him when I was 12. But yeah, so yeah, that's the story. So that is a long time. He remembers it differently, I remember it differently, but you know, who is fact checking? That's what I want to try and say. Who is fact checking? We've been married for 5 years. So 2023, my son also turned 2. Levi Bobo. Levi turned 2. I haven't really spoken about having a baby on YouTube. I hope I can do that now that I'm more comfortable about talking about that traumatic experience. Would I advise you to have a baby? Oh no. People always ask me that every time. Oh, would you advise someone to... What would you tell someone who's trying to have a baby? Don't. I'm just joking. But I always tell everybody, if you want to have a child, be 110% sure that that's what you want to do. Not what your husband wants to do, not what your daddy wants you to do, or your mommy wants you to do. What do you want to do? Especially if you're the woman. Because if you're the woman, you carry the baby, you are going to be at least 80% taking care of that child. So if it's not something that you want to do, you're going to have a lot of resentment. That's just a fact. You're going to have a lot of resentment doing that. Now, some women overcome it early, some women don't overcome it early. And also, people always say that, oh, you know, once you see the baby, you're going to love them, you're going to forget. No, don't believe that. Don't believe that. That is a lie from the pit of the hell. Because not everyone would see their baby and love them immediately. Some people will take them 2 weeks before they start having connections with the baby. Some people will take them a month. Some people 6 months. It doesn't happen instantly in some cases. I know for myself, I had a connection with my son like 2-3 days after, because it just felt so foreign to me. And I was doing breastfeeding full time, so, and I had a natural birth without epidural. So yes, a lot was going on with me when I had my baby. A lot was going on, which even some of them I probably I've never spoken to anyone about, not even my husband. But a lot was going on with me when I had my son. So yeah, I don't think you should have a child because somebody else wants you to, or somebody else is pressuring you to. I think you should have a baby because you absolutely want to have a baby, because you are absolutely capable of having a baby. And you can care for the baby. One of my greatest fear is not being able to care for my son, and I pray for that every day of my life. Like, I never not want to be able to care for him, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally. I want to always be available to my child or my children if I do have more. So yeah, if you want to have a child, my advice to you is to absolutely make sure that's what you want to have. So what else happened in 2023? There were a lot of parties in 2023. Those were on my Instagram, on my TikToky. If you're not on my TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. Follow me on IG. I have 2 Instagrams. One is more vibes. Literally, that's what it says. One is more vibes than the other. But yeah, if you are on TikTok, follow me on there. If you're on Instagram, follow me on there. My battery is going to die soon, so I don't even know when this video is going to end. If I don't end up filming the last part, I'll just film the other part with my phone. But yeah, what else happened? There was a lot of parties in 2023. A number of people turned 50. A number of people had birthday parties. So we were outside in 2023. Like, literally, I can count how many weekends we were home. Like, actually at home chilling. Like, Dan and I were just talking about this. Like, this Christmas weekend, this week before like the New Year's, this is like the first week we've been home from literally Tuesday all the way to Sunday. Without going anywhere or having something to do. Like, because there's always something. People don't care if it's a weekday. They are going to have their party, especially if you live in Maryland. If you live in like DMV, Maryland, DC, Virginia area, and you're like a Nigerian, people don't be caring. People don't care if it is a weekday. They are going to have their party. If you want to come, you come. If you don't want to come, you sit down for your house. But yeah, it's been a very fun 2023. It's also been a very fashionable 2023, to be honest. I had a lot of clothes made for me. Y'all call me the boo boo queen. Call me the boo boo queen. The rich auntie vibes aesthetic. I have embodied it. I have studied it. I am it. That energy, I want it. In the whole of 2024, I want that rich auntie vibes. I just don't even want it in the vibes alone. I want it in the monetary sense of it too. Like, I want to actually be that rich auntie, that auntie that you call and be like, I want this thing that my mom doesn't want to buy for me, and I'll be that auntie to be like, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm going to buy it for you. You know, that auntie that everyone looks forward to their gifts on their birthday. You know, I want to be that auntie that they know that when as Lara shows up like this, it goes down. I want to be that auntie. But you know, 2024, we're trying to make sure that happens. We are trying to make sure that that's the vibe for 2024. What else happened in 2023 that we need to discuss? No. I don't think there's anything else that happened in 2023 that we need to talk about. For 2024, I'm excited. Like I said, excited about my birthday, excited about turning 30. My camera battery died, so I'm using my phone now. I hope this shows dedication to you guys. I hope this shows dedication. I am dedicated to making sure that this video gets on YouTube. But anyway, in case I don't come back, because I'm going to try and go and feed my child. So in case if I don't come back, Happy New Year. I'm so happy you made it into the new year. I'm so happy you're here watching my video. Thank you for sticking out with me and my inconsistency. But for 2024, I promise to do better. Few more videos, makeup content, you know, talk throughs, emotional intelligence content, some mental health content, some Jesus content, some fashion content, some African content, some cooking content, everything content. So happy new year, happy 2024. I hope you have a lovely new year. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to thumbs up the video. I don't even know if people still say that on YouTube, but if they don't, oh well, just bear with me. So bye.